Hi, it's Sherry. I'm on the island of Kauai today. I'm at a beautiful botanical garden, so you're going to hear all kinds of background noises here. I just thought this would be a really good place to talk to you about the idea of balance. Of course, really, it would be a good place to talk to you about anything. But I've been wanting to talk about balance and the idea of where do we spend our time? How do we spend the currency of our life, which is time? The hours of the day are the things that we have to use in the course of our lifetime. And for most of us, 8 hours go to work and another 8 hours go to sleep. So that leaves us only a third left, 8 more hours that are more discretionary. So I just have this idea that's not new or anything. It's just the idea that we have perhaps 3 general areas that we might want to achieve balance across these areas. And that's just body, mind, spirit, right? It's not rocket science, but it's interesting to think about it because how many of us, myself at the top of the list, are actually thinking about that when we use up our hours every day. So body is physical, of course, so that's going to include the sleep that I already mentioned, so that's a big chunk. But the body has other demands, requirements that have to be met every day. We have to eat, so food preparation, shopping, planning, cooking, cleaning up, or even just taking the time to go eat out, that's a big part of our lives that our bodies demand. Breathing, which I know we don't even count, but we need to, and that's probably another whole topic. So sleeping, eating, breathing, water, we have to have water every day. That's another favorite topic of mine that probably needs a whole separate thing. And elimination. These are bodily functions that as most of you who have worked with me already know, I talk to you about often because when we aren't doing those things correctly, we get sick. So, and maybe our work could be physical too. In general, that takes me to the next category, which is mind or intellectual or left brain areas of our lives. And often that is our work area, but for some people it's more physical, so that could go in that category too. So intellectual pursuits, of course, are going to include most of our work, anything to do with reading and studying, analytical, rational processes. I don't know about you, but I woke up sometime in my mid-40s and realized my left brain was like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I mean, we're talking muscles. And my right brain was a very sad couch potato. I spent most of the first 40 years or better almost exclusively in the mind area of my life, and so was way out of balance on the other areas. So that takes us to the third area, which is often called spirit or soul, but I like to think of it as heart, matters of the heart. It's also to do with the right brain, left brain being more masculine, right brain being more feminine, left brain being ego and intellect and rational pursuits, right brain being about intuition, creativity, matters of beauty and connection and spiritual pursuits. So for me, finding myself in dire need of right brain time, I have learned that nature is a big part of how I keep my heart or my spirit in balance. So I make a point to be in nature every day, which I'm doing really well today. I don't know if you can see any more of what's going on around me here, but it's so beautiful. I'm going to get the palm trees in the background there. Nature, poetry has become a bigger part of my life. beauty in general helps to bring me into balance on this aspect. Just doing this off the top of my head, there's so many things. Spiritual matters, so meditation, prayer, if you have a faith practice or a church that you belong to, that would be time spent in that arena. So I'm just doing kind of a quick overview here of what are the things that fall into each category, and that's just because I wanted to bring up this idea of how are we spending our hours every day, and are we in any semblance of balance in our lives, or are we focused all in one arena, or maybe two? You know, it's not a black and white thing here at all. So I just want to bring it up as food for thought that health lies in balance, and for me personally, finding balance, especially in the arena that I was doing the least amount of time, which was my heart, I find that from there I have gained access to what to me now I think of as the goodies of life: creativity, gratitude, which is probably more at the top of my list, and joy, just delight and bliss. So I think there's not much more to be said about that. From Kauai, I'm really, really wishing you well.